Hey there, Hawk here, playing some more SimAirport today. And today we are left what we were left off. Strangely, from the last episode, I didn't do anything, I think, because this episode I wanna work on the transportation to our airport. Right now, all the transportation we have are some buses every 1 hour, some light rail transits every 1 hour, and some cars like nobody is coming with cars, but still we have them. So that's really not enough. If we look at our transport capacity in here, we should see that our peak transit demand is way over the capacity. So yeah, we really need to work on that. And the easiest way to do it is if we just go to the transportation and just increase our buses to every 15 minutes, our light rail to every 30 minutes, which I will do. Uh, Buses every 15 minutes, light rail every 30 minutes, apply changes. But even when we do this, we do get, we probably do get over the, like, we do get the needed amount. Well, we don't get the needed amount. I really thought that we did. But we do get a lot closer to the needed amount. And so um, it's not really much of a problem, but more of something that I think every airport should have. I wanna buy this parcel, which for some weird reason I am not doing. Why wasn't I even doing that? Anyways, I just bought that, and now when the game reloads, if the game ever reloads, waiting, waiting, waiting. My computer is dying, I think. I just recorded the last episode and not the last episode, but another video, and so it's real lagging. So now we have that area. I will also buy that area, I think. And now I probably will move the light rail transit just a little bit. We'll move the road just a little bit. And I wanna have a big parking lot in there. We have the car parking lots by 5 or by 1, and also I think we have some, yeah, we have the road ramp up, road ramp down, and so I think it shouldn't be a problem. I think it should be easy to do that, and it could have been nice to have the entrance to the airport from the second floor or something, but we already have a bunch of things in there, so nope. And we'll have the entrance from the first floor, but we'll just have a really big parking area, and so I will do that, and unfortunately it won't be quick, but when I finish with that I will be back. So after a while I'm back, and as you can see, I have done a lot since we have last talked since I have last talked. Anyways, so I have bought the two parcels I was talking about. I bought the top parcel, I bought the bottom parcel. It cost around 7 million, but I did AFK for a while and earned it back. So as you can see, we have done a nice car parking lot, but last time I mentioned that I was going to move the light rail transit and the road in here, and as it turns out, you cannot do anything to them. So making your airport, make sure that you don't make it super close and that you can still use them probably. I just decided to leave them like that and move everything I have to the other side. So as you can see, I have just created a small road in here that goes to a ramp down and then goes up and then just comes here. And underground we have the ramp, as you can see. But If you are planning on doing this, make sure that you put the ramps as planned because there is no option to switch directions as with the escalators, and it would be nice to have that because these green arrows always show where the cars are moving in, and when you put them on the side, for some reason they show as if the cars are leaving from that side. So yeah, I had to work on this road ramp thing for around 2 hours, I guess, till I understood that. But if you just go to structures and like look at this, you can see the arrows are actually showing which side the cars are entering from and not leaving. But yeah, just keep that in mind. So the cars are just coming in from the road ramp down, going on underground, then coming out from the road ramp up that I built at the negative first floor, and the same thing in here. They just do the same loop and just leave, and that way we have a connection to the spawn point right here, the two spawn points which are marked with arrows, and the despawn points on the other side, and that way the cars are just coming in and going in here, and the car parking lots require that. So just for you to understand, if the car parking lots say that they need a proper connection to the spawning and the despawning point, that's what they are mentioning, and just make sure that you do have that. For example, if I had a parking lot in here, they wouldn't be able to work because the cars are coming in from here and going down, and there's no way up to go. So yeah, it can be a little annoying, but they do work after a while. So also, uh, I have moved my pickup and the departure, the dropout zone in here, and when and the people just go from the baggage hub area down to the negative first floor, then come back up. I have no idea how that car ended up in there. Anyways, so they do that, and so that's basically how our people are transitioning from our airport. And also, as you can see, I have done a small pocket in here for the pickups and haven't done that for the drop-offs. I just want to show you something. When you start moving the cars, they move really weirdly. When especially that they start bunching up, as you can see, they are like moving to the sides all the time for no reason, and like when these cars start to get out of there and start departing, they cause a lot of problems in here. And also the buses. For example, this bus parks like that for closing the two lines there. So the next bus coming from there has to stop like that taxi did. And so that in here starts a traffic, or the same thing happens in here. And if that happens in here, that causes a lot of problems like this because all the parking cars are leaving, and like this they start causing a lot of problems, and they go to the sides all the time for no reason. They don't know how to drive. Anyway, so yeah, make sure to have some way for the buses to drive normally, like to force them to drive normally like this, so that they have to at least pick up or drop off the people without stopping any other cars that are moving next to them. So I'll just do the same thing in here. I just left it like that to show you that, and I'll just decorate that the same way like I did with all the areas in here. So what else was I going to mention? Oh yeah, and if uh, I with this, I have much more airline interest. For some reason, it doesn't show it like that. It's just 2% more, but just with those 2%, I have much more airlines wishing to work with me. As you can see, I have like how many six large flights and three extra large flights that I was really wanting to get before I started converting these to extra large gates. And also, I am thinking that we will probably buy that parcel and expand that. And there are a bunch of flights that are not at my airport just because we have a short runway, but yeah, we'll work on that. Also, I'm thinking about making the same thing to this drop-off area as I did to the pickup area right here. I'm going to have an underground way to go to there, and I'm thinking how should I do that? Like, I can just dismantle all of these and put that instead of that, but I want to wait for the extra large gates as I said. So I guess for the next episode I will start changing up the gates to extra large gates. I think with all that work, the next episode can come out a little later than usual. I will just upload some other games meanwhile, but I will change those up and probably I will uh, get a much bigger ticketing area in here, which will be going till that point somewhere because we'll move the gates by one block, and so this is like almost two times, like more than two times bigger than the last ticketing area, and also we'll do the same thing about security area, and uh, by getting some more flights that are not just for 50 people or even for there are some flights that are for 15 people. Without those flights, with flights that are uh, that have 120 passengers, we should be generating much more money, and it will make life a little easier, creating some facilities that I couldn't earlier. For example, uh, the government grants do want us to make some more offices and negotiate them to other airlines. So those kinds of things will be much easier to make once we have the bigger gates and more flights with more passengers. So I think this episode was beneficial. We have a parking lot that we can increase the capacity of easily. We have increased the capacity by increasing the number of LRT trains coming in, and also we have changed up the airports a little bit for the passengers to move around easier. So yeah, I guess this will be it for this episode. I hope I'll see you later, and bye bye.